Friday. I am so happy that it's Friday. You know, even though my work week is not traditional, I can feel when it's a Friday. I can feel when it's a Sunday. And today I went and I took myself on a little date. I got my little nails done. And while I was sitting there getting my nails done, I was reading this book. Okay, I had to decline a call. Um, Have you read this by Byron Katie, Loving What Is? I think I read this book 3 years ago. It's when I very first found coaching. Is that 3 or 4 years ago? And it was recommended to me. Hey, Purple Rose, Heather, how are you? Um, I love this book. And now that I've reread it, or I'm rereading it, I'm on like page 20. But she is so smart. Byron Katie, I love her work. And in fact, a lot of what I do in my coaching has to do with, it has a little bit to, has little pieces of her in my work. But man, this is so good. So I sat there, and instead of like spacing out, getting my nails done, or just kind of sitting there, sometimes I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm meditating. I was like, oh, I'm doing something good. I'm reading a book. On February 14th, I'm going to be doing, hey Rebecca, hey Jeff, how are you? On February 14th, I'm going to be posting a interview. It's going to be kind of like an interview and like a book review. So my friend Eva Arnold, that I call Mama, she's a mama to me because you guys know I don't have a mama right now. My mom is in heaven, but Eva and I, we think a lot alike. And she had an amazing idea. She says, hey, how about we read a book together and we do like not a book report, but a book review and an interview. And I was like, yeah, let's do that. That would be so cool. So if you guys have not read this book, Loving What Is, it's so good. And let me tell you what I love about this. And I think any ex-Jehovah's Witness would love this book because she talks so much about, it's a lot about acceptance. Like she talks a lot about us fighting with reality. Like, oh, my husband shouldn't be rude, or my kids shouldn't be ungrateful. My boss should be more this, or like, oh, it would be great if my body was a little bit more toned up, or just all those little thoughts that go through our head. And she's basically saying in this book, like, loving what is, like, this is exactly perfect for us right now. And how do we know that? Because it is. Like, this is exactly the way it's supposed to be. And it's just accepting our life for what it is and not trying to fight with reality. Yeah. Oh, I see we got some comments here. What's this about? It's just me on here saying hello. I was talking about this book I'm reading right now, Loving What Is by Byron Katie. And then I also just wanted to get on here and, I saw somebody do this on YouTube the other day, and I thought, that'd be kind of cool. But I thought it would be kind of cool to answer any questions for you. Or like, if you have something that's coming up and you want coaching, I could coach you. Oh, you love that book? Oh, Byron Katie is so good. What's the book that she said? Oh, Atlas of the Heart. Oh my gosh. I love Atlas of the Heart because that book is another good one by her. And she talks about and explains emotions. And so, oh, her work is amazing. I love it. Do I read the Bible? Yep, I do. I read it every day. Sometimes I open it and I read the same scripture every day. Sometimes I read a little more. It just kind of depends. But I have started reading the Bible every day, just because I think I got really inspired to read the Bible by oh my gosh, Jamie Kern Lima. She had a book that came out called Believe It, and it talked about her path from really struggling to being a successful business owner. But what I just was wanting to read her story because I have used her products. It Cosmetics. She's the founder of that. And anyways, to read her story was really cool. But in the end of it, in the back of the book, it really surprised me because she kind of put a little bit of God in there, put a little God, well, kind of sprinkled it in on the end. And then I was like, wow, this lady, her story, she was adopted. And I really love to hear her adoption story because if you know, I'm a birth mom. And so it was really cool for me to read her story. But then when she came out, was it last year? She came out with the book Worthy. And then she sprinkled God a little bit in there too. But what she had said that kind of hit me was, Bible, like just open it. And and I know we all have a lot of beliefs after we leave the religion. We have agnostics, atheists, we have Christians and Buddhists and we have all the things, right? But I'm not saying like that's what I'm doing is right for everybody, but it's just kind of what I'm doing right now, and it seems to be good. Hey Fred, welcome. Hello from Salem, Oregon. Oh, I used to live in Salem when I was a kid. We lived for a whole year in a motel in Salem. We were hiding out. So crazy. Have you guys heard my story of my Jehovah's Witness childhood? Oh my gosh, it was crazy. But I know Salem. Hello. Hello. Read your Bible daily. Oh, Colin is cracking up. Listen, I'm not saying this for everybody, and I'm not saying I'm gonna do it forever, but I'm just like, that's sort of what I've been doing lately. And another reason why is because I have this aunt that is so sweet, and we've really reconnected after leaving the religion, and she bought me a Bible. It's beautiful. I'm like, oh, I should read this thing. Oh, okay, wait a second here. What? Okay. Hassan, you said that you're dying slowly and you have sickness and you're suffering and nobody can make it better and you're not living. I'm not living and I'm not dying. Okay, you'll have to explain that a little bit more because we're all dying every day a little bit, But explain it more. If you want me to help you as a coach, you have to let me know how I can help you, okay? Doing fine, watching the snow melt. CO visit. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. Jamal says, God bless you everybody is what he says. It's first time here and I feel the positive energy. Yes, lots of positive energy. I like to think of myself kind of that way. Have you ever sent somebody a message and then you send it with hearts and then the hearts go all over the page? It's like I like to think of myself like that. I like to think of myself walking around and like little hearts are just coming off of me. So thank you very much. Yes, it was a watchtower phrase. Read your Bible daily. Or was it the daily text? Because it wasn't really reading the Bible, or was it just reading their publication? Because I don't know, I don't remember reading the Bible daily, but I do remember it being a big point to read their publication that had a scripture with their translation written in it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Heather. Yeah, sorry for your sickness, she says, Hassan. Yeah, and me too. Like, I'm so sorry if people are feeling sick and you're not well. Like, yes, this. Me too. Me too. I wanna help him. I wanna know how I can help him. What's my biggest challenge with coaching? Ooh, am I getting coached by you, Jeff? My biggest challenge with coaching. I guess I'll just be, of course I'm going to be honest, but I feel like my biggest challenge is that, I don't know, I guess it's a couple of different things. Probably that I just want to do it all the time and then I have to do other things. That's a challenge for me. What's my other challenge? Yeah, I think it would be that. It would be that. I really want to coach all the time. Since I found coaching, it's like that's all I want to do. But then I have to do all the other things in life, Oh. Oh, they said read both daily. Oh, I guess I missed that, Heather. Read your Bible daily. Did they say that? I don't remember it. You guys, I am like, when I left at 16 and then back and forth and then back at this time, you know, all over the place, there's a lot of stuff that I just kind of, I feel like I'm kind of, I'm, I don't know, there's a lot of things I don't remember. Um, there was a sign on the Brooklyn Bethel that could be read from the street. Read God's word, the Bible daily, really. I guess they did. I even went to Bethel. I went to New York in 2016 or 17. I remember they had this sign. That's true. Oh gosh, that's funny. Oh, Rebecca. Okay, she's saying, Hassan, try closing your eyes and picture yourself walking in your favorite place. It has helped me through a lot. Oh, Rebecca, you're so right. You're so right. That is a wonderful thing. Um, you know, Jehovah's Witnesses would probably call that meditation, right? But it's like just being silent and listening to yourself and imagining yourself in a different place. Yeah. Oh, I hope he tells me like kind of what's going on, you know, so I can help him. But yeah, yeah, that's my challenge with coaching. You know, I have loved coaching ex Jehovah's Witnesses. It's very fascinating to me that a lot of our problems, issues, whatever you want to call it, it's different than, of course it's different than other people, right? This coaching is so different. The relationship stuff is different. Our money mindset is different. Our ideas about health and fitness are different. There's a lot of it's very specific. So I love that I have just kept it to like just ex Jehovah's Witnesses and that's it. Oh, okay, San Diego Pimo. See, I don't know if you guys can read these comments or not, but he says that sometimes he does that. He hikes up to the top of the mountain to enjoy the view. Yeah, yeah. Being in the moment is so important. I believe it's so important, and it really helps with anxiety too. So if Hassan, if you're having anxiety, San Diego Pimo is like spot on with that, because anxiety is what happens when we're not in the moment. We're too far in the future or we're too far in the past, and we forget to kind of be in the moment. So yeah, I hope that helps him. I'm gonna pick up my daughter from school in just a little bit. But man, you guys, okay, here's what's going on with me lately. If you have questions, just put them in the comments and I'll help you, okay? But for what was I gonna say for me lately? Okay, so I posted that video a couple of days ago and it was about oh geez, about, you know, how why Jehovah's Witnesses are so scared of like people like outside of the religion. And that video got such a huge response, and it was also one of the first videos that I edited. And so now I'm really thinking, oh, maybe that's what, you know, people want more of. They want more of, you know, because sometimes when I do these live videos, I stumble over my words, I make mistakes, and it's not so perfect, but I have been uh, wondering what you want to hear more of or what you're interested in hearing about. I kind of think maybe I know because of being an ex-witness and all the things that we go through, but I do also appreciate so much your suggestions and ideas. Oh, okay. Hassan said he's living in pain and no one can do anything. Alive but not living life. Yeah. He's in pain. No one can do anything. Alive but not living life. So I know, and then I was wondering if it is pain, like if it's a physical pain, is it a mental pain? Um, yeah. I hope he comes back to tell us more because, um, yeah, I hope he will tell us more. Alive but not living life. And so by that, I'm just kind of wondering, he is alive, but if he's not living life, is it a physical pain that's like keeping him from living, right? Yeah. How long has Hassan been out? How long have you been out of the religion, Hassan? He went away. He didn't, I don't see, I don't see him. Oh, and then he also did say, I just want to say that and go. So I don't know if it meant say that and go, and then he says, I'm dying slowly with suffering. I have sickness. No one can make it gone. So that makes me think it's like a physical sickness. He lost everything now, and I'm not living, and I'm not. He said no dying. So I'm just kind of confused by it. You know what I mean? Okay, Colin says, but they find courage in being anonymous. They sure like coming to our channels and engaging us apostates. Kind of funny. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell, right, Colin? Like, is this somebody that really wants help? Or is this somebody that's just kind of, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. But yeah, who else has questions for me? Who else has questions? Because I want to chat, but sometimes I get on these little tangents, and yeah, I would love to help whoever needs any help. Um, you guys, have you heard me talk about my client that her sister, she told me, hey, I think my sister's starting to wake up. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, what should I do? And I was like, just be really patient. I just thought I kind of wanted to go back on that story and tell you a little bit more. If you feel like somebody in your life, like your family or friends from the religion, they might be waking up, if you have that little glimmer, it can be really, I don't know, our minds can kind of like, oh my gosh, they're like, what should I do? I should do something. I should help them. I should say something. And I think the best thing to do, and I just wanted to say this, is be really patient. And also just know that since you have woke up, they know exactly who to come to. I think I forgot to say that in my last thing. Oh, Colin. Oh my gosh. How's my job going? Oh my goodness. It's very weird being back at work. Um, it's taken me a while to get my groove back. It's taken me a while. I have long shifts. They're like 12 hours, and it's just kind of strange to be back. It's strange to be back, but I have to do it for now until I move to Honduras. I'm excited about your channel, Colin. So if everybody doesn't know, the CO Visit, he also has another channel. And will you put the name of your channel in the chat so I could say it? Because I think it's called Expat Colin, I think. But he's talking about his experience with being an American living in a different country. Very cool. I'm all over that. I love it. So Jeff says, how often does not pursuing higher education come up with your coaching? That topic came up in a funny way at work today. I did have a young client when we started working together. I believe, yeah, he was 17, and of course, his mom hired me to coach him. And during our time together, he um, he really loved art, and so it's such a cool story. I hope that one day that he will be able to tell the story. But basically, once he went off to college for his art degree, we stopped our coaching together. He basically just got too busy, but we had to get past the idea that him doing his art was selfish. And yeah, it was a challenge, but he overcame it, and now he's pursuing, I believe, become a graphic designer. He's so talented. Oh my gosh, I hope that he will tell us the story someday. Yeah, so that's the only time that it's really come up. I guess that there's been another client too that he was wanting to get, yeah, to go back to school possibly, but he's also an artist. So I don't know, we have a lot of artists as Jehovah's Witnesses. So I would love to hear how that topic came up at work for you today, Jeff, and how did that go? Okay, San Diego Pimo says, we had one similar on Joe and Fran's show last month. Me and some others were wondering if they were for real. Oh, okay, Vern contacted the authorities to assist them. Yeah, I know, because I want to help people, but if somebody's telling me they have an actual physical illness, I mean, I just need more information, right? Because I don't know. I don't know. Oh, okay. Colin says I can move down to Honduras. Okay, and Jeff can move too. Awesome. What do I do for work? Oh my gosh. I am a boss on the waterfront. So, do you know those great big cargo ships that you see? Not the ones with the containers, but the great big Panamax ships. So, I load those ships. So, I'm in charge of a team. I've been in this industry for a long time, and that's what I do. So I'm basically like managing a team of, the people in the house and then the people on the ship. And we have trains that come in, we dump the trains, and then we fill up the ship. That's kind of the shortened explanation. Um, yeah, so that's what I do. And then I'm also a life coach for ex Jehovah's Witnesses, and I love doing that. That is my passion, that is my jam. So I do that anytime I can in my off time. Yeah, I'm doing all kinds of stuff. I know I was explaining it to the guy that was doing my nails today, and I'm like, oh, and then I have, a podcast, and then I'm doing YouTube now, and I have a website, and he listens to me every now and then. He asks me how I'm doing. Okay, so he says, being honest and asking questions and encourage thinking is the best way to help somebody wake up. Yep. Gate, you are correct. Being honest, asking questions, and you know what I love to do with people? Okay, I don't know if this has really woken up anybody, but I think it will someday. But I like to ask questions about not just what do you think or what does your publication say, but like, oh, how do you feel about that? What do you think about this, right? Like really getting them to think like, who am I? What do I think? Right? And not in a mean way, but get them out of their JW brain. Oh, Rebecca says that she remembers that. Okay, yeah, I've been invited. Joe and Fran. Oh my gosh, there was somebody on Discord. They wanted me to come and do like a live coaching thing, and I have not been able to. Oh, I have not been able to do that because with everything going on, I just don't like doing things half-assed. But anyways, I love that Joe and Fran are. Oh my gosh, they're so awesome. So, okay, so Jeff says at work today we're going around telling why we didn't go to college. Oh my gosh. I told them I didn't go to college because I was told that the world was going to end, and we got a pretty hard laugh over it. Yes, I know. None of us, we didn't go to college. Man, the ones that did though, okay, the ones that woke up and went to college, like I just admire them so much, so much. I did go to college here and there a little bit, at different times, but I never really finished anything. The one that I loved the most was when I went to school for fashion design. I thought it was so fun. I just love art, basically. Colin's cracking up. Yeah, the world was going to end, so we couldn't go. I know I had a call with a friend today on Zoom, and I said, well, because we weren't allowed to play sports. She goes, oh, well, why not? And I said, well, I said, well, it was a religious thing. She goes, well, I don't understand. And I said, well, if you're going to play sports, there's a really good chance that there could be other people there that are not Jehovah's Witnesses, and then it could be really bad. Could be really bad. And also, let's not be competitive. uh, Jeff says that his Spanish is slowly getting better. Oh my gosh, you're going to show up in Honduras? Me too. I want to go too. I really want to learn Spanish because I have a feeling one day I might end up somewhere in a Spanish speaking country. I'm probably not going to talk about that too much, but that is that's sort of my little dream that I have. Oh, that's so cool. I would love to go to Honduras. I would love to. That'd be so cool. Wouldn't that be so crazy? Let's have a meetup in Honduras. Rebecca says that people can get grants for college and even do the courses at home. Yeah, and I'm sure even more now since COVID, right? It's such a thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I got my certification for life coaching school. I did it all online, and it was really awesome. Jane Spitfire's here. She says, hi, Rebecca. Yeah, I think the times are changing for the education, so how cool is that? Yeah. Um, yeah, so how are we doing? Gotten any smoke from California fires? Okay, if you're asking me, Jane, yesterday morning, I did notice a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous sunrise. So that's the cool thing about where I work at is we're right over the water, and there's just, I mean, you can just see everything. The mountain is just so pretty, and every day is a beautiful sunrise. And I just noticed that yesterday it was hot pink. I did not take a picture, but I thought there has to be a little bit of something even in our air here that's making that color, maybe. I don't know. um yeah, yes. Oh, it's so good to see everybody here. We got 11 people on. Mm, yeah, I guess you guys are all pals, aren't you? Oh, very cool. Well, I just wanted to check in and I guess, help people if they needed any help, and maybe I'll make that a thing. Maybe I'll make it like a you know how they do that. Joe and Fran have this on Discord, right? Maybe I could do something kind of like that, but just have it here on YouTube. It seems to be, this is the place where I get the most response. If I did a Facebook Live, I mean, I don't know, there might be some people that show up, or if I did a live on Instagram, maybe, but it seems that here on YouTube is where the peoples are at. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? I should do that. It should be like a thing, I should call it something. I was thinking ask a coach or something like that. But yeah, if you guys weren't here on the first part of this book, so good. So good. Byron Katie, Loving What Is, and it's her method of four questions that can change your life, and part of her method is what I use in my coaching. And a lot of times our minds will have these thoughts, and until we put it on paper and just really, but I like to think of it as like dumping out your purse, like dump out your brain on paper, get it on paper, like no judgment, do not hold back, just get it out there. And then when you examine it, it's so funny because I'll come across like this morning I was writing, it was like, my cat woke me up this morning. The sink is full of dishes. I don't know how I'm gonna. It's just like you go on and on, like just getting it all out there and then looking back and examining it. And a lot of times it's just thoughts, right? Yes, there is dishes in the sink, but there might be a different way to think about it, right? You know. Anyway, I think it's a really cool book to read. Oh, have a nice weekend. You too. It's the Friday. Oh my gosh, it's going to be wonderful. Tonight, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go hang out with my big kids. I have two older kids that are 28 and 25. And every Friday night, they make dinner and they do a game night with their friends. And so I'm going to go over and they're cooking dinner for me. And we're going to play games. It's going to be so fun. Okay, so Jane says that she's in Atlanta. She got 3 inches of snow. What? Oh my gosh. Really? Okay, and what are the questions that can change your life? Okay, what it is like after you dump out all your thoughts on paper and then you ask yourself, okay, I'll have to put it in a post, okay? Because I think the first one is that true? And then how can you know that that's really true? Basically, it's getting down to the heart of this, okay? I could probably post the 4 questions because I can't remember off the top of my head, but what our brain wants to do is just trick us into believing that our thoughts are facts. But our thoughts are just thoughts and they're optional, and we can decide to change them. And when we change our thoughts, we can change almost anything in our life, which is so awesome. Um, Oh, yes. Okay, the name of the page for Joe and Fran is called Fixing My Faith. Yeah. Oh. Oh, hi Eva from Australia. Oh, good. I'm so glad you found the channel. How awesome. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Joe and Fran are live on YouTube Wednesday night on Verse page. Okay, I did not know that. So maybe it was a different thing I was thinking of with the Discord. Wow, I cannot believe it's snowing in Atlanta. Well, they were talking about this on the news where it's like, I don't watch the news much, but I watched a teeny tiny bit, and how it's so extreme. Like there's super, super snowy, cold weather, and then there's this, the fires in California. I had a friend that, yeah, her daughter is in LA, and she's like, her daughter's not gonna leave, and it's kind of, yeah. She's really worried about her and stuff. She sees people there at their house. She's known of friends that have had their houses like gone. It's so sad. It's so eerie too, you know? Mm, okay, let's see. Jane, you said that you've made yourself an out of control map. Was that one of Byron Katie's teachings? I can't remember. See, it's been a few years since I read this book, but I'm rereading it. Hello from India. Hello. Yes, it's so funny because my kids love board games. They grew up with a lot of, I was a stay-at-home mom for a while, and we did that kind of stuff for fun. So it's so cool that they're continuing that with their roommates and their friends. Um, okay. Thoughts change. Change is always around in everything. Yeah, it is. And it's so cool. Like when I learned this work, oh my gosh, I'm telling you, like everything else changed, in my life. And it still is because, I think maybe if I hadn't had coaching, I don't know, maybe I would be having a really hard time right now. But I actually feel freaking awesome. Ah, okay. Okay, Rebecca calls it, I call it changing the tape that keeps playing in our brains, keeping people stuck. Yeah. And a lot of times these thoughts are so subconscious. We don't even realize that we're thinking that's really where we're making our decisions from, like this unconscious part of our brain. But we got programmed hardcore at those meetings, you guys. Meetings, field service, assemblies, like it was just pounded into our brain, the daily text, all of this stuff. And for us to unwind it, oh my gosh, yes. And then when we realize it's just a thought and it's not actually a fact, even though they called it the truth, it's pretty freeing. Yeah, it does keep us stuck because we believed it was true. That's all we ever knew. And so to unwind it, oh man, it's life changing. Yeah, yeah. And some things are out of our control, just the way it is. Yeah, the way Byron Katie described it, what I just read today. I'm remembering these things as, whose business are you in? Are you in other people's business? Are you in your business, or are you in the universe's business? Where, sometimes we can think, oh, if this person changed, then I could actually feel better. And it's really none of our business, right? Our business is us to make us feel better no matter what other people do. Oh, you got a playlist of songs? I do. Where do I have my playlist? It's here on YouTube, right? Yeah, I have a playlist. I think it's a playlist of Christmas songs. Oh yeah, and then I have another playlist on my Apple playlist that is it's public. I'm pretty sure, but it's just it's called Waking Up on Apple playlist. Yeah, I do. And those, oh my gosh, I shared that in my I Just Want to Heal and Move On group. You can look it up if you look in that group and then you search playlist, you could find it. Any chunks of land for sale near you? That's what extraterrestrials asking. Um, did you play a song for you, the Kelly Clarkson song? I did. I did play that song, and I remember it came with it was a, wasn't, didn't it? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. Oh. I'll have to go back and look. Maybe I should post that and then re-listen to it. There's so many times, there's so much that it's hard for me to remember. And me and songs, my kids are amazing with songs and music, and they're super. Okay. Oh, I just described the bite model by that was my jam. Broken and Beautiful. Okay, I'll have to listen to that. Oh no. Okay. Oh, sorry. My daughter was calling me. She's ready for me to go pick her up. So I'm going to let you guys go. And I hope you have a beautiful weekend. I'm not sure when I'm going to post a video again, but it's going to be soon. I'm thinking of the next video that I'm going to make is going to be something like all of the amazing qualities we have as ex-Jehovah's Witnesses that we kind of forget that we even have, because there was a comment the other day on the video that I made, and he had a really good point, and he was probably referring to that book, The Outliers, but how we've had this programming over and over and over again, and how we are different than other people. Okay, and like, that's true. Okay, all right, yeah, maybe we're different, but I don't think that has to be a bad thing. And so I wanted to make a video about that. So that's what you'll see next, okay? Penny Bee Flower, look for an email. Okay, I will. And also, everybody that had won at won the giveaway, and if you didn't receive your thing, like, please let me know, because I think everybody should have received their little Christmas card and their little $10. So let me know. If you didn't get it, let me know, okay? All right. Okay. I love you all so much. Thanks for hanging out with me. And we'll see you soon. All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for all your good questions too. Love you. Bye. Again. There we go.